Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new video. Today we are at Volkswagen dealership and I'm gonna show you all the details of the facelifted Volkswagen Arteon. So with the facelift, Volkswagen actually introduced two versions of the Arteon. This one is officially called the Fastback, and here we do have the shooting brake. Now I already did a review of that one, you can watch it on my channel, but today's focus is on the sedan version, officially called, as I said, Fastback. So what's exactly new? Well, let's start with the front. Here you have the new massive grille as well as the redesigned lights. So let's start with the grille itself. It's got a lot of chrome. So this car does have the R line trim. This is the top of the line trim which you can get for this car. My personal favorite. You have a lot of chrome, but the best part about this facelift are the new LED lights. So the LED lights do come as standard, and then optionally you can get the IQ lights, which are here. And cool feature about the new lights is this daytime running LED that extends all the way up to here. Now of course it is not that dark, but in the dark you would clearly see how cool this looks. You see that they are divided with this new Volkswagen logo, of course, and then this is the LED stripe of the second light. Let me show you the car from this angle, and when you unlock it, this is the key, by the way, you have this very cool LED indicator, and overall I think this spec looks magnificent. So we have the official name of the color is Deep Black Pearl Effect, and it goes very well with the chrome details of this car as well as this 20-inch diamond cut wheels. So it all looks very nice indeed. Tell me in the comments what are your thoughts on the design, but let me also show you this. So this is the sporty bumper of the R-Line trim, which gets you the real air vent. And oh yeah, this is the front of the car. Let me show you the side profile. So very elegant lines. 4.86 meters is the length of the car, and I really love this spec. You do have a very sporty and elegant lines, and once again, so the wheels, they go from 18 up to 20. On the R-Line trim you would get the 19-inch as standard, but this car does have the optional 20-inch wheels. You do have the R badge once again here on the side. Also the chrome line goes all the way down there, and now we are coming towards the rear of the car, where we also have some changes compared to the predecessor. So first thing you'll notice are these horizontally drawn LED lights with the new signature. Look at this 3D shape. So some of those are closer to you, some of those elements, and some of them are, further away from you. They have a very nice illumination. This will look particularly good during the night. And also let me show you the dynamic indicators. So when you unlock the car, you have them here. Very nice indeed. Another thing worth mentioning is the new lettering as well as the new logo. So well-known new logo that was introduced with the ID3 actually, as well as this very clean lettering. I do love this pattern, unlike for example Seat models which have some funky design which I don't quite like. Time to open the trunk, and you can actually do it like this. So you just press this, and there we go, and you are actually greeted with 563 liters compared to the estate version. So the shooting brake, it's only 2 liters less, so that's quite impressive. You do have some additional practical features. You do have this LED light, and then here are the hooks for your shopping bags, and underneath this you do have the real spare tires, so thumb up for that. You can of course fold the seats, and then you would get 1557 liters. So pretty practical car indeed. I have this handle, but this car does have the electronic tailgate, so you just press this and there we go, the trunk closes. We also have a very nice tinted windows here. It goes very well with the black color. And speaking about the suspension of this car, this particular model does have the DCC dynamic chassis control, so you adjust the stiffness of your dampers. Of course, that's the best option. You would get, you know, the most comfortable drive if you are in comfort mode. You will get the sporty, you know, feel when you are in sport mode, but have in mind that that's also the most expensive option. So yeah, tell me in the comments which suspension setup would you go for, so the standard one or the DCC. And now that we saw the exterior, it's time to check out what's inside. Okay, so let's step inside. Of course, keyless entry. Just come here, and we are greeted with a very nice frameless doors. So both front and rear doors are frameless. You have a very good materials here, though. This is all in leather. You do have the ambient lights here. That's a cool feature. If you follow me regularly, you will know that I'm a big fan of the ambient lights. Once again, leather, soft touch. This is sort of like the aluminum trim, and this also the door handle in aluminum with lock and unlock button here. This car does not have the optional Harman Kardon sound system, so this is the standard one. This shooting brake that I filmed had the Harman Kardon. Nice white stitching, and this is actually divided into two sections. I mean, the floor is different, so you can put a large bottle on this side, and this would be the switches for the mirrors and windows, so the standard ones. You can also open the trunk by pressing this, so 3 ways to open the trunk. Here we have the aluminum trim, but no lettering and nothing, you know, on it. Maybe the R badge would be nice here. These are the Ergo Comfort seats. They are very comfortable. I had a sit in them, and I would definitely suggest you to go for those. We do have the lumbar support here, and then you can adjust them on this switch as well. And this is the, you know, new dashboard, and let's actually enter the car and see how it looks from driver's perspective. All right, and this is the view from driver's perspective. I'm gonna give a contact so this comes to life. We do have the blind spot monitor, and I do love this layout. So very clean lines throughout the whole interior. We do have the completely new design here compared to the predecessors. A lot has changed, even though this is just the facelift. We do have the new steering wheel, flat bottom with the R badge, and this is the new one with the touch sensitive buttons. The ambient lights are here, so I will show you all the details right now. Let's actually start, you know, by changing the view back to a normal one. So here are the air vents that are very nicely incorporated into this dashboard, which is, by the way, very solid in terms of materials. We do have this sort of like the imitation of carbon aluminum, something like that. Gloss black finish here, which is okay because here I don't think it would get scratches. And underneath this black part you will find the ambient light as well as on the doors. You can see it better there. Anyway, moving on, the hazard lights are here, gloss black finish as well. This is the 8-inch screen now. Actually, this car does have the option of a bigger screen as well, and then you would lose this knob. So I actually think that this is quite nice. So the shooting brake, which I reviewed, that one had the bigger screen. Not sure that you need that one, so I think this 8-inch screen is really okay. Now, of course, here we do have this protection, so you can't see it in full glory, but I think that a lot of you that love physical buttons will actually go for this screen, and this one still has the navigation, so it's all good. You only don't have the biggest screen that is available, but as I said, that can be even a plus for some of you because you do have still 2 manual switches, I mean the knobs. The AC controls, well, this is interesting. So you have the slider for the AC. Now, actually, now I've turned it off. It's not that bad to use. So it's much better than to have the AC incorporated into this main touchscreen. You can actually also do this, imitate the buttons, or you can just slide around. You will not need to get your eyes off the road because it's really easy. And then for the AC, the same thing. You can slide it for the temperature actually. So you can slide it like this, or you just do this. So I think they really did a good job with this. It does look modern. It's much nicer than to have the knobs, but still, you know, it's easy to use. It doesn't require going into the system itself. Heated seats, of course, are available. Max blow, and then here you adjust the settings for the AC. Anyway, that's pretty much it. You can turn it off by just pressing this, so you can just slide it to the left. This is the heated seat of the passenger. This car does have the DSG 7-speed, and actually they decided to have this sort of like an old school gear lever, so we don't have the small one that uses the shift by wire like on the new Volkswagen Golf 8 or even the Seat Leon. So not sure that this is the best solution in terms of you know, visual design, because I think the small gear lever would suit the car nicer, but that's probably reserved, you know, for, I don't know, maybe next generation if it even happens. Here is the button for the driving modes: Eco, Comfort, Normal, Sport, and Individual. Since this car does have the DCC, and then when you go to the individual mode, you can actually change the DCC settings. And great thing is that you actually have a lot of settings, so it's not just Comfort, Normal, and Sport. You can have very comfortable ride, or something between Comfort and Normal, or you can go to, you know, fully Sport, you know, setup for the suspension, for the dampers actually. You can also adjust the steering to drive, ACC, light assistance, and air conditioning on the individual mode. So that is accessible with this button. This is the start, stop, off. I love seeing this on the button. It's always nice to have this on the button, because yeah, personally I use it all the time, so this is the first thing that I do in the cars. And then moving on, so this is the main bridge. You do have the roller with 2 adjustable cup holders, electronic parking brake, auto hold, and 12-volt power outlet is here. You can adjust this middle armrest. We do have the nice white stitching, and then when you open it, you are greeted with 2 USB-C ports. Let me also show you the glove box. It's very nice, so carpeting inside, and the AC, of course, as well, so you can cool your drinks here. Controls for the lights are still on this classic button, and I'll tell you what, it's not as fancy as the touch panel which we saw, for example, on the new Golf, but I'll tell you what, this is much easier to use. And the infotainment system, it's the newest one from Volkswagen. It's actually pretty easy to use it. You do have the list of radio stations here. Of course, very responsive, even though we do have this protection here. So it would be even more responsive without it. One thing that I found unusual is that the button for going back is here. So it's the furthest away from you practically. So not sure why they put it on top right corner, so not sure about that. I think it would be easier to have it somewhere near you. Moving on, back to the main menu. Telephone, you can of course pair it with the Bluetooth or Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Navigation, here you can see the map. This is all pretty responsive. Of course, you can also, as I said, use your mobile phone app for the navigation when you just pair it with this. So yeah, you can also change the view, day view, night view. Now it's dark in the dealership, so the car thinks it's night even though it's, you know, 12 o'clock. Anyway, you get the point. So this is pretty nice indeed. Back to the menu. Assistance, of course, this car is packed with technology. It includes the safety systems. You can actually adjust the settings here. So you have the ACC, adaptive cruise control, front assist, lane assist, side assist, and then you adjust how it will work here. Dynamic road sign signal and driver alert system. Now if you go back, you can access those things by just pressing this. So it's, you know, pretty logical thing. And you see, here is the front assist. Of course, this would be your side assist. This is the road sign signal display. So it's all easy to use. I mean, it makes sense, you know. The animation is pretty clear about it. Let's go back. So those are the driver assistant systems. You go back to the main menu with this. Now, of course, you can pair the media with the USB-C ports, which I already showed you. And I also need to show you this, that you can put your mobile phone here and it will charge. So wireless charger is here. That is something that I forgot to show you. And yeah, moving on, main menu, App Connect, as I said already, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, vehicle settings. You can access your, you know, vehicle settings here. You can have a bunch of information about your vehicle. Now, of course, here we don't have the fuel, so the car is reporting that. And when you press this, you go to settings menu. You can check out your tires, your lights, and stuff like that. But also change the background lighting. And yeah, if you follow me regularly, you know that I'm a huge fan of the ambient lights. And in this car, they are actually pretty nice. So look at this. You have this LED going all the way from one side to another, and then this as well as on the rear doors here as well, and on my door as well. And let me actually change the color. I do love the fact that so here we don't have the colors, but as soon as you approach it, the sensor, you know, sees, and then you have this select color options. Let's put it to red. So of course it's day, so it's hard to see them, but during the night this will be very impressive indeed. You also change the layout of the whole infotainment when you do this. So for example, if you go to green, you see that here we have the green switches. So everything is green here, and also the main menu will be green. You see this. Let's go back, vehicle settings, background lighting. Let me show you the colors at the back. So I will now just change the colors and show you how it looks. So that's pretty nice, right? So just imagine this during the night. Would be very nice indeed. So those are the ambient lights. Let's put it back to the blue. And yeah, back to the main menu, sound settings. So as I said, this car does not have the Harman Kardon, which is an option on this model. And you adjust the settings here. You can also have the touchscreen tone. So yeah, let's leave it there. I quite like that sound. Back to the settings, menu button tone as well. Not gonna do that one. Air conditioning. So as I said, you can already adjust everything here, but you also have some of the settings here on the touchscreen. Help shop users. You can have a few users, of course, if more people are driving. Car settings. So this is pretty basic. Time, data, language, screen, stuff like that. You can adjust the brightness of the screen, very high or medium. Let's put it to medium. And that's pretty much it. On the shop, you would be able, to get some of the things, but of course you would need to register for that. And yeah, well, I think this is, once again, I already said it in a few of my reviews. This is probably the future of car industry. You'll be able to buy some additional features after you purchase the car itself. So yeah, that's pretty much it when we talk about the infotainment system. Now time to check out this digital cockpit. So this is a standard one, 11.7 inch one. When you press this view, you can have different views available. And you can also adjust what you want here in the middle. So vehicle status, driving data, assist systems, stuff like that. And then this is my favorite probably. I also need to mention that here you have some of these shortcuts, and now when you go for the car shortcut you can have the digital cockpit, and here you would adjust what you want here in the middle of these dials. So view 1, view 2 or view 3, and of course then you adjust it here, you know, what do you want. So pretty nice indeed. Tell me in the comments what are your thoughts. Speaking about those here, well, they are not the easiest ones to use, but maybe I think you would get used to them. So you have this slider here for the volume, this is for the cruise control, and then this is for the voice command. Let's actually see. Turn on the AC.
Air conditioning functions cannot be operated by voice control.
Okay, so for the voice control you can control the radio, navigation, stuff like that, media as well. But of course for the AC controls you do have a pretty easy system, so makes sense. Anyway, yeah, you can use the voice command for various things as well. And that's pretty much it. Now this car also has panoramic roof, so I will show you that, but before that, sun visors with LED lights, additional LED lights here, and this is your sunroof. So cool feature if you like it. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of the sunroof. Tell me in the comments what are your thoughts. And now it is time to check out how much space we have at the rear. And let us now see how much space we have at the back. And this car really has a lot of it. Just by, you know, first look you can clearly see that. Let's start with this. Actually this is pretty good. It's still soft, ambient lights, same pattern as on the front, nice leather with white stitching, also soft touch. The door pocket is of course a smaller one, and once again the same pattern with the aluminum trim. Let's enter and see this. So look at the amount of space that I have. This is huge. This is, I think, you know, one of the most comfortable you know, cars in terms of the knee room. And this is the nice view on the front. Let me show you the situation for my head. Okay, so this is the situation. So for my head, I do have still, you know, some room, but when you compare it to the huge amount of room that I have here, not that much here, of course, because of the coupe style of the roof. But the thing is, since I have so much space here, I can just, you know, lay a bit lower like this, and then I have a lot of space here for my head, so you will definitely be comfortable in this car. Additional features here at the back, some storage room here. You do have the air vents and the hidden 12-volt power outlet. And let me show you this middle armrest, nice leather one with cup holders, so pretty nice. We do have the ski hatch, and that's about it. Yeah, we do have actually the LED lights. Time to check out the engine. And here we are greeted with, of course, hydraulic struts. And in front of us there is a 2-liter TDI producing 200 horsepower on this particular model. You can also get the 150 horsepower version, diesel one. But if you want petrol, there are also options, so 2-liter TSI. An interesting choice will also be an e-hybrid. So a lot to choose from. Tell me in the comments what would be your choice for this particular model. And now that we saw exterior and interior, it's time to check out the specs of this particular model. So 2-liter TDI, DSG, R-Line trim, 200 horsepower as I said. We do have the deep black pearl effect, that's the name of the color. Interior is finished in the Titan black. Back is the R-Line, of course. We do have a lot of stuff in here, for example the IQ LED lights. You do have the 20-inch wheels, and those are the dimensions of the tires. LED lights, actually ambient lights, sorry, and then LED lights when you enter on the front. Well, yeah, a lot of options. You also have the 8-inch touchscreen, which you saw inside, with the Discover Media system and the navigation. And well, yeah, that's it, of course, since we have so much options. And we do have the 200 horsepower version, and the price is, well, here on your screen. I will put the euro amount. Of course, if you don't choose that many options, the price would be way lower than this. So that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching. Do subscribe to the channel in order to see more car reviews. And as I said, the shooting brake review is already on the channel, so you can check that one out as well. That's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. See you on the next video. Bye bye.